Claassen Board of Inquiry have accused the suspended National Police Commissioner General Riah Phiyega of violating the country's constitution and breaching her oath of office. They concluded their closing arguments, calling for her immediate dismissal. The Board of Inquiry was established by President Jacob Zuma following the scathing findings by the Farlam Commission against Phiyega.
The Claassen Board of Inquiry reminded of the Marikana brutality when 34 miners were killed. Lawyers representing the miners want Judge Claassen to consider the way they died. They stressed that evidence shows that police used nyalas to push the miners into a slaughter corner.
This National Commission should have foreseen the dire consequences that would have come from the decisions that they took.
Evidence leaders also went for the jugular.
We submit that the conduct of the National Commissioner is so egregious and serious and departs so far from the standards of what we can expect from someone in that very high position that the only proper penalty would be removal from office.
Lawyers for the injured and arrested miners asked the board to consider the issue of political interference to save the subs from such violations.
We need to know whether there might need to be legislative intervention, or there might need to be legislative intervention, or whatever the public can do in order to cure the cancer of political interference.
As the call by Mr. Mpofu may well be, it is not the appropriate forum because this board is simply not in a position to assist him in that regard. We are confined by the 5 terms of reference, and unfortunately that is a fact of life.
The evidence leaders emphasized that Phiyega faced a prima facie case, and instead of taking the stand in her own defense, she further concealed information by refusing to take the stand and, of course, not calling witnesses. Phiyega's defense have already started with their closing arguments. It now remains to be seen whether they can put forward a convincing case in her defense. Riah Phiyega, SABC News in Centurion.
Westbury residents in Johannesburg have taken their fight against drugs and violence